All right, let's bring you closer to home now. The big story we're watching here, former President Jacob Zuma expected to hear the reasons behind Judge Nkosinathi Chili's decision to dismiss his bid for the recusal of lead prosecutor Billy Downer in his ongoing corruption case. Zuma's legal team requested these reasons ahead of their planned application for leave to appeal the judgment that was made in March. Initially, the judge intended to actually provide these reasons at the end of the trial, at the conclusion of the case. But Zuma's team argued for an earlier disclosure. The former president, alongside French arms company Thales, is facing charges of fraud and corruption relating to South Africa's controversial arms deal dating back to the 1990s. Watching developments for us is SABC News reporter Simphiwe Makhanya, who joins us now live from just outside court. And Simphiwe, I suppose it's a stock standard procedure to see how things unfold from here on. Once we get those reasons, Zuma's team is likely to come out to tell us that they're going to appeal that decision.
Of course, Ayanda, they've already indicated that they intend, appealing that particular decision, which was given by the presiding judge on this particular matter, that is Judge Nkosinathi Chili, in March this year, when he in fact rejected former President Jacob Zuma's second bid to remove state prosecutor in this particular matter, that's Advocate Billy Downer. But of course, in terms of what is happening outside court today, Ayanda, very quiet. We haven't spotted any of the supporters of former President Jacob Zuma, and he's also, by the way, not expected to attend the proceedings here today. But let us engage our legal experts, Ayanda, here, who joins us, just give us a sense of what we can expect today. There is Mr. Lwazi Kwacela. Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Kwacela. In terms of the reasons that we are expecting today from the judge, you've been following this matter quite closely. What can these reasons be?
Good morning, Simphiwe, and to the viewers at home. Simphiwe, to give just a truncated synopsis of the background of this matter, as you are aware, the application for Advocate Billy Downer to be removed from this case or recused was actually dismissed by Judge Chili on the 20th of March 2024. Now, any party that is aggrieved or unhappy by the decision of the court is entitled to actually file a notice of appeal or bring that kind of a decision on review. The matter was set down or postponed for pre-trial on the 29th of August 2024. On the last occasion when we were here, we all thought that actually a pre-trial is going to proceeding to the trial, which is set down for sometime in April next year. However, what we saw on the last occasion was a request from former President Zuma's lawyers to have, you'd remember that in the dismissal of the application, Judge Chili actually withheld the reasons for a later date. Judges have a discretion whether to give reasons or not, to postpone giving reasons in any particular matter. In tandem with that request for reasons to be filed was also an application or a notice of leave to appeal by former President Zuma's lawyers. Now, the nature of their notice or application was crafted or contingent upon those reasons being filed by the judge. So it transpired that on that particular date, being the 29th of August, the pre-trial, which was purported to sit or going to sit, actually did not emerge. What we saw was an application for or a request for those reasons to be filed. Those reasons are going to be filed today by a judge. It is difficult to underpin what kind of reasons the judge is going to give under the circumstances, but we are going to hear whether or not the application that was brought by President Zuma's lawyers was compelling or sound enough for the judge to actually give direction or a go-ahead for that application for Advocate Billy Downer to be actually removed from the case.
Of course, the expectation was that the actual trial on this particular matter would commence around April next year. But seeing that former President Jacob Zuma has already indicated that he intends appealing this particular decision, in terms of the delays now, what can we expect around the delays of the start of the actual trial?
Well, Simphiwe, inevitably, in one way or the other, the trial date is likely going to be affected by virtue of this appeal. How the court maneuvers in terms of the dates, insofar as the trial is concerned, is a matter to be seen in future. But for now, I think it is highly unlikely that it is going to sit in April as purported. Inevitably, as I'm stating, it is going to be affected in one way or the other.
Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Kwacela.
Thank you so much, Simphiwe.
There is Mr. Lwazi Kwacela, who is our legal expert here outside the Pietermaritzburg High Court, as we, of course, await that particular, decision by the presiding judge on this matter, Judge Nkosinathi Chili, which is expected to start at around 10 o'clock this morning, Ayanda. The judge has got two options here, really, Ayanda. The first one being to give a summary of the reasons or give the reasons in their entirety. But that is up to him as to what he's going to do. But in terms of what we can expect outside the court, nothing much really happening. No supporters of former President Jacob Zuma, and also the former president is, by the way, not expected to attend the proceedings this morning.
Right, one certainly gets the sense that no matter how today unfolds, we're still such a long way from the actual case itself kicking off. Simphiwe Makhanya, as always, thanks very much indeed. Simphiwe, live to us there from just outside the High Court sitting in Pietermaritzburg.